Hello beautiful and lovely gamers, my name is Jonal, and finally what has been requested for so long, the part 2 of my top 5 Genji tips. So this is the top 10, the rest of them, I don't know how to phrase that, you know what I mean. It's the part 2 and we'll be focusing on some of the stuff that we didn't have, well, time to in the last video. So you know what, with no further ado guys, let's just jump right into this. But just so you guys know, the upload speed, my Twitch schedule and stuff like that, go onto our Discord server, link in the description, follow me on Twitter, stuff like that, because upload speeds and live streams may vary right now since I have my exams and shit like that. And you know, I kind of gotta prioritize and not failing all my subjects, just about half of them. That would be nice. Now, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is Transcendence, which is a hard counter to Genji's Dragon Blade. Well, notice, we've all experienced like going for that sexy Dragon Blade, wiping the entire backline of the enemy team, and then this Zenyatta just pops Transcendence and it's like, you ruined my day. And yeah, so how to deal with that? Well, first of all, if you have just a pure standard Dragon Blade, which is 120 damage per swing, the Transcendence will heal 300 HP per second. Look for people on high ground. Look for people that's far away from the Zenyatta. You know, in general, stuff like that. Look for those people. And of course, if someone is healed a knight, then go for the guy that's healed a knight, right? But besides that, if you have an Ana and you can Ana blade it, and if the Mercy and Ana changes go through the PTR that's live now, Ana can really get back into the meta. And you see also some duo Q of an Ana Mercy combo, especially on defensive sides. So if you have Nano Blade, you can damage through the Transcendence, you can out damage the Transcendence. And what you want to do, and I'll slow it down on the screen, what you want to do, you want to cut with your blade, and almost as soon as that swing has hit and transferred the damage, you want to almost immediately just dash. This will do a fast burst damage of 180 with the swing of the blade and 75 with the dash, which is more than enough to one-shot 200 HP or less. That's the thing that you can get through the Transcendence. That's if it's really close. And notice, of course, if this is in a graviton, what you will have to do is sometimes you will need to first cut, then dash, and then you might have to do a last cut to kill secure. A lot of time you won't have, because follow damage, stuff like that. I just want you guys to be ready that if it's a graviton, because everyone is so close to the Zenyatta, you might have to both cut, then dash immediately, and then do a last cut, which is okay because the swing speed is kind of, what can I say, nullified by the dash. So it's actually a really fast burst combo as well. But just so you guys are aware of that, if your Ana misses the Biotic Innate, you will have to do that second swing in the end. Now, there were a lot of people that was asking about movement help, so I'm going to talk a lot about that, give two of my biggest tips. And the first one is peeking. This is very, very simple, but essentially how it works is when you have ledges, when you have corners, small walls, even the payload, small cars, whatever debris that's in your way, you can use these to peek your enemy. Especially if you have Deflect or Dash, it's a great way to just mess with your enemy, because you have this nice cover. You can peek whenever you want. You don't even have to peek over the cover, but because you have wall climb, a lot of time you can wall climb over these, even stuff like the bus on Hanamura. No, sorry, the bus on Numbani, right? First point, when you're on offense, there's these bus that's standing there. You can even use something like that, similar to that, to peek. You can climb up on high grounds, just peek and throw shurikens at people, and it's very great for poking and to gain an advantage where you would be at a disadvantage as Genji. And the third one is my personal favorite. I call this just the ninja move because it sounds cool and I'm a weeb. Essentially what it is you climb straight up a wall and then you drop on your opponent. It's really great if you get chased around the corner, if you get chased out of a doorway, or anything like that, because first, it's really hard for any hit scan, any DPS, it's really hard to aim upwards. That's just how FPS games on computers, and also on console, I believe, work. I can make a video entirely explaining why, but it's just harder to aim upwards. One of the reasons that Pharah is really hard to hit. And their headshot box is of course right under you, so it's very easy to land a headshot. And it's a surprise, because a lot of time you can run around the corner, they'll follow you because they're stupid. You climb straight up, and what they will see is you run around the corner, they run around the corner, you're gone. And they're like, what? And then it takes a lot of time, especially in lower ranks, a little bit of time for them to react before you drop straight down on them. It's very, very effective, and it's really great to gain disadvantage. On top of that, you will a lot of time drop straight on them, so you can choose if you want to drop behind them, on the right side, in front of them, on the left side of them. So you can really, after you do that, you can just land behind them, and then they will, of course, they will rotate and double jump over them, and then you can even wall climb away again. And it's a very, very great mobility system for you guys to get a huge advantage in and really turn a team fight around on your opponents. We're going to talk a little bit about Genji the tank, and Deflect is an ability that is very strong for Genji, especially against other burst damage, DPS and stuff like that. But what you can also use them for is not just to protect yourself, you can of course use to protect your team. We've all seen this. Heroes like Mei, if you see your enemy Mei freezing one of your support heroes, it's so easy to just go in front of her and press Deflect and shoot the ice spike back at her. And the most important thing is that you will block the damage from your support, so you don't lose your support heroes. If there's an enemy Junkrat, this is really nice, because especially in lower ranks, Junkrats tend to just hold in, you know, the fire button and just lob every grenade they have in their arsenal towards the enemy team. If you can just get kind of close to him, maybe from a high ground up in front of him, you can deflect 1 or 2 of those bombs straight back at him. Deflecting 1 or 2 of this bomb will secure you the kill on that Junkrat. It's easy to do. You just get in his face, you deflect, and if you don't deflect 1 bomb, you just right click and dash straight through him and he is dead. It's an easy way to get the Junkrat. Of course, there are stuff like Roadhogs, which are a little bit harder to save people from. If someone gets hooked by the hog, you can dash in front of them. What you really want to think about is that you just want to dash kind of where you're gonna get pulled, so you need a lot of training with this, and you will use your dash and your deflect 9 out of 10 times to save this hero. But if you can pull it off, it's really great, because you will again save one of your support heroes. And this is more about, you know, Genji can also support his team by doing these saving graces. Of course, deflecting stuff like high noon and stuff like that is easy, but these are more like very easy, predictable moves, especially to Junkrat, especially to Mei, that can save your team without really any problems. And then the last one, guys, a lot of you guys have heard this before, but I want to state this because this is the most important one, according to me at least. That is right-clicking before you dash when you do a switch strike. Right-clicking, or, well, using your secondary fan of blades, before you dash will do that. You throw shurikens, and those shurikens will hit the enemy right before you hit them with your dash. And what that does is that it gives you way more burst damage, especially in close range. If you do what I talked about, right, you ninja move straight up, so you wall climb straight up, then you right click and dash straight down on them. One of the shurikens normally will hit the head, so that's like 56 or something damage from one shuriken if you only land 1, and then the 50 damage from the dash, and then the 30 from the melee, right? So this really quickly stacks up, and it's the most effective just thing that every Genji should be doing if you want to be good on Genji, because the burst damage you get from it is insane. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like what I do on this channel, trying to help you guys and all that. Join the community if you want to, at least. Really cool to see you guys there. I will be active on Twitch, as I said, as much as I can, and this YouTube video will come up as fast as I can. Make them with the thought of my exams. I don't want to rush the videos like some YouTubers do and stuff like that. I have some huge projects I need to get done as well for this channel. So I hope you guys like. If you did, then like it, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you're new. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video. My name's been Jonal, and keep the enemy in your crosshair.